Hi, how y'all doing? Today is the 9th, I think, of May 2026. Yep, here in Ontario, Canada, the sky is now cloud covered. They are forecasting rain for the next few hours until this evening around 8. 17 out. 17, right? Um, it's windy. I'm cool. My hands are cold again. And my feet. My whole left side of my body is really intense. A lot of tension. Started last night, about 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, and I haven't slept very well, right? My body was saying, get up at 4, and I was like, no, no, right? So I stayed in bed as long as I could, but I've been up since, so I don't know, 5:30, something like that. So yeah, I had an okay day yesterday. Task came over, hung out with me while I had a couple of drinks outside. I attempted to go visit a couple of my sons, but they weren't having it. They were rude to me. So, and then Tass took me to her friend's house, and his brother was rude, right? So we got in my truck and left. I wasn't driving, and she wasn't drinking, right? But when we're together, we have a good time. It's just when other people get involved, it kind of puts a poo-poo on it, right? That was my fault, anyways, because I thought it would be a good idea to visit them, but everybody's in a bitch. You know what I mean? It's not nice, but this is the energy. A lot of people are feeling it. It's because it's just happening and they're all unwinding, right? A lot of stress on their psyche. Schuman was 20 yesterday. Like I said, I sat outside, so I got a bit of color. You know what I mean? So a little bit red. It was getting hot here. So a little bit of a burn there. It won't peel or nothing. A day or two, it'll be gone. So yeah, it was nice sitting out in the sun. It was weird too. There was a delivery truck came, right? To deliver a fridge or something to the neighbors, one of the units. And two dark-skinned men get out and they did their stuff and then they left. And when I woke up in the rise, when I was looking at them, right, they seemed very awkward looking people. One was short and fat, stout, whatever. And the other one was tall and skinny, right? And when I woke up in the rise, I was thinking, why did those guys throw me off? And I thought, well, if there was going to be such a thing as aliens, I think those two fit the ticket. Do you know what I mean? They're very awkward looking people. But strange, right? It was. So yeah, how you feeling? I hope I get some sleep today and my side stops cramping up. Yesterday it was 20. The day before, the Schumann was 25. I don't know what it is today. Also, listening to Rod Hayes, he says that on July 4th is when the real or true government takes over, right? And I was thinking about it, how that, what do they call it, hantavirus or whatever, that they're doing the fear shit about, right? I was thinking that would be a good excuse if they build that up to lock us down again, right? So the good military will come out. And that would have to be done around July the 4th, right? It kind of fits in a way. I guess we'll wait and see, right? What they do with it. It's just strange. Same as I was watching another YouTuber I subscribe to, and he's a football player, I believe, and he was saying how all sports are controlled through magnetics. In all the balls, there's magnets on it, right? In the color, on the black, right? The football, the basketball, everything has a magnet in it. Hockey pucks, everything, right? And every sport has poles, metal poles in it too, right? you know? Hockey, your thing, the net, it's made out of metal and netting, right? Football, all of them. Tennis, there's metal poles in all of them, right? And he says that's how they control their games, through magnetics. And since we're electromagnetic beings, I can see that. All right? That was very interesting. Let's listen to another guy who was showing, I don't know if it's a new Avatar movie or some movie, right? And how these guys uh, kill a whale or something like that, and then they go into it and start digging, drilling in it up to its pineal gland, and gets all the liquid out of it. Call it a crystal, I think. And the one guy says that this stops aging. This little vial will go for $80 million. And I thought, wow. And then the guy that was showing it, he was breaking it down. He was saying that that's what all the whaling was about, right? And that they were doing that, getting the pineal fluid out of it, out of them. And I guess they probably still are, right? And the ambergris, the whale vomit that they say they make perfume out of, it's illegal to pick up off the beach or anything in the United States. But everywhere else in the realm, it's legal. You know? That's kind of suspicious, isn't it? But yeah, everything has other meanings, right, than what they tell us. I know. Kind of confusing. My head's in a space. I hear that bell again when I go like that in my ear. Right? I just noticed it earlier. My ears are ringing really loud today, too. So, pineal gland decalcifying. Right? Say it so it happens. Make it so. So, yeah. We're in the last quarter. Breathe and evaluate. Right? Stay grounded. And figure out how to do it right. I won't be visiting my sons again. Alright? I don't need disrespect. And when I woke up and arise, I was like, rejection is protection. Right? When you get rejected, it's because it's source, the universe, the great spirit protecting you, right? Because probably wouldn't have been a good scene eventually anyway. Something would have happened. Be it a job, a relationship, anything, right? Rejection is protection. So, yeah, I was like, okay, I get it. You know, I just have to stay isolated. Not much else to do. So, yeah. All right, I hope my body loosens up. My foot is so tight. It's in my hip, everywhere. I've sprayed myself with my spray to heat up to loosen my muscles. It's not doing a great time of it. It could be the rain that's coming in that they've forecasted in, right? When the weather changes like this, it has this effect on me sometimes. And who knows? I haven't checked. Maybe there's a volcano or a earthquake popping off, right? Because that happens too. And then after I hear about it, I'll be like, oh, that's why I was so tense that day. You know? Plus all the squares in the astrology. So yeah. There was nobody on the roads last night when me and Toss were driving around. And it was around 6:30. Right? Everybody hiding. Because everybody's, I guess. Right? All right. I just thought I'd pop in, make a video because I didn't do one yesterday. YouTube's still messing with my channel. My subscribers, they put them up and then they take them away. But it's not just happening to me. It's happening to a lot of YouTubers, right? It's different. I don't know what the purpose of it for. They just like to play, it likes to play games. I don't know. An incompetent AI, maybe? Who knows, right? So, yeah. Anything else going on in the realm besides everything? All the fake shit on the media? You know? Probably not. Well, there is good things, but we're not seeing them. Me and Tess seen some rectangular clouds yesterday, too, and we were sitting outside. I pointed out when I was like, look, that is not what a cloud looks like. As she looked, and she was like, you're absolutely right. I said, I've been here for 62 years and I've never seen a cloud in the shape of a rectangle with square corners. Right? And she was like, yeah, makes you wonder, eh? I was like, yep. All right. I am open to receiving healing energy. I flow with the energy. And every day I have more gratitude. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. My tooth is going to follow it soon. I know they're not very attractive teeth. They're old, but it's really wiggly. So I have a dark spot in my mouth in a while. It doesn't bother me, so I hope it doesn't bother you. Bye.